just got to get to the notes. We're at the end of the 2024 notes, so they're messy.
What if you put the newest notes at the top?
I do sometimes, but sometimes it's like I start planning out Christmas. Like it's one of the first things I do in the year. So they end up kind of buried.
You should really make some tabs. You should probably make a table of contents.
Can you make tabs in a doc or does it have to be a spreadsheet?
No, you can do like little headings and then you can click on the different headings.
Boop. Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia. It's the podcast that you like. It's pretty normal. But then when the next episode comes out, it's way too weird and you find it very off-putting. Also, I would love to see what would a Not-Stalgia Happy Meal toy be like?
It could be like a little plastic figurine of me that just says no, no, no.
It's like the old Staples That Was Easy button, but
yeah.
No.
But no, a plastic figurine.
Right, it's you just
I don't know,
saying
push
no to
the
things.
figurine's head and
Looking
it says no.
kind of mad.
Why does the female co-host not love the goofy phone?
Kate, have you ever seen the feature film Batman Returns?
I don't think so.
This is Tim Burton's second Batman movie, Michael Keaton's second Batman movie. What do you know about it?
I know that Michael Keaton is in it, and I know that Tim Burton directed it.
Do you know who the villains are?
Hold on, let me think. Let me use my clues. Who were the last villains?
Well, we've been watching these out of order, but in the original Tim Burton Batman, it was Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Okay.
Right?
So like the Penguin?
Mm-hmm. Bing.
Okay, great.
One other villain.
Mr. Freeze, because he would hang out with the Penguin?
That makes sense, but we saw the Mr. Freeze movie, remember?
Okay.
Because we watched these way out of order.
I don't know. Uma Thurman? No, we already saw
we did
her.
that. Just for some context. Original Batman, 1989, Joker. Skip this one, Penguin and someone else. Then it's Batman Forever, Jim Carrey's Riddler, Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face. They hate each other in real life, or Tommy Lee Jones hates Jim Carrey. And then it was Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, some other guy as Bane, and Arnold
As Mr. Freeze.
as Mr. Freeze. So
Who's left?
who of the Rogues Gallery was not represented? You can do it.
I can do it. Catwoman.
Yes. Ding, ding,
Yes!
ding, ding. Yes. And don't forget Christopher Walken as a new character, not from the comics, Max Shrek. Shrek. Like the ogre, but
Like, get out of my swamp.
kind of.
Okay.
But he's just like really boring villain. Very forgettable in this. And no fun gimmick, not like an animal themed. Everyone else is based on an animal. Batman, Penguin, Catwoman. He's just an industrialist. The true villain.
I was going to say, what is he, like an Elon Musk type?
Kate, Batman Returns premiered in theaters June 19th, 1992. So we're 3 years later. It was written by Daniel Waters, a story credit to a man named Sam Hamm with two M's.
His name is Sam Hamm. Samuel Hamuel.
You did this whole bit. I don't think you did the Hamuel. That was good. But you did a similar bit when you heard his name when we watched the 1989 Batman because he was one of the writers of that movie. It's directed again by Tim Burton. And long story short, Tim Burton didn't want to do a Batman sequel. He felt they wouldn't let him be weird enough and individual enough when he made the original Batman, right?
Okay.
You know, he did it. It was his third movie. It was kind of a big deal that they would let a guy who had only directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Beetlejuice make that movie.
Yeah.
You know, we talked all about him in other episodes, but he earlier had kind of gotten fired or maybe quit Disney or maybe both as an animator because he was too weird and they didn't want someone that weird working on like The Fox and the Hound, you know? So this is like a similar thing. It's like he's making Batman, but they won't let him just go full Tim Burton, right?
Okay.
So Batman was an enormous hit and Warner Brothers is like, we got to get Tim Burton to make another one. This thing made so much money. But again, he kind of didn't want to do it. So he went off and he made Edward Scissorhands, a movie where he had complete control, got to be as weird as he wanted. But Warner Brothers wanted him so bad. They were like, look, please, we will pay you a lot of money. And sure, you can do whatever you want. So in a decision Warner Brothers will live to regret, they give Tim Burton pretty much complete creative control over this movie.
Great. What does Tim Burton's voice sound like? Let's put a clip of him here.
You got to hear him yourself. It's much more normal than you think. You're going to be
I know.
very
I'm
surprised.
picturing like some kind of like evil imp, but also British. But
no,
he's not British.
No, because he's from California. It's kind of nasally, but not as nasally as you think.
Not like David Lynch nasally.
No,
Okay.
certainly not. Although you'd think he'd be as weird sound. Like David Lynch sounds as weird as his films would make you think. Here you go.
And there's just something about these characters that I just find very compelling in this world of night and the coolness of it. Mm-hmm. It's like you're inside of somebody's mind or something. And I just really, they're very psychological characters, right. and it's like fairy tale characters in a way, or these kind of weird sort of symbolic images. And just all of those things created a good energy.
Have you ever seen Tim Burton? Do you know what he looks like?
Yeah, he looks kind of like Wayne Coyne, but weirder. I'm just picturing him being like, and you're going to let me be as weird as I want? Okay. Like, that's what I'm
he
picturing.
didn't quite sound like that. You know, he just sounds like kind of like a fairly whatever. Tim Burton decides he's going to make this movie.
Okay.
He's going to cast Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Sure.
Great casting. You know, the Penguin from the comics is supposed to be a kind of short, kind of round mobster, right? So Danny DeVito kind of fits. Michelle Pfeiffer is going to be Catwoman.
Okay.
Okay. And again, you have not seen this, you don't think?
I have no idea.
You'd know. I think you would know. I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just say the interpretations Tim Burton he chooses to do with these characters are very unique compared to their previous. Like, you've seen Catwoman. You've seen Catwoman in the 60s Batman.
Yep.
Just like skin-tight bodysuit.
Sure.
You know, uses her sexuality as a weapon. That's part of the character, certainly. We're just going to update that for a more edgy late 80s and early 90s, but also Tim Burton way. The Penguin, though, I don't even want to say what he chose to do there, but he really went a different way with the Penguin than just a short man who's in the mafia.
Is he an actual penguin?
He's not
like a human penguin hybrid?
Kind of.
Like he was in an accident?
Yeah, you're kind of getting there. Michael Keaton is back. Michael Go is Alfred again, and Pat Hingle is Commissioner Gordon again. Those two are the only actors who are in all four of these movies, which is kind of interesting because Michael Keaton, he decides he's ride or die with Tim Burton, so he's not going to go into the next one. The controversy, though, around this movie, Kate, is the fact that Warner Brothers collaborated with McDonald's for a Happy Meal promotion, which makes sense. It's Batman. You know, Batman is a fantasy comic book character, generally pretty kid-friendly. McDonald's was only going to do this, of course, because they're under the impression this is about as family-friendly as the first 1989 Batman, which is, you know, it's a little dark, but you could bring your kids to see Batman. But this movie is much more weird and dark and violent and just unsettling and off-putting. So McDonald's doesn't look, they don't see the movie before they agree to this.
It, yeah.
Even Warner Brothers really, I think, kind of let Tim Burton really have a long leash. I don't even know if they really knew what they were getting delivered. When it all happens, there's news stories about parents I got my kid the McDonald's toy and they want to go see the movie. And then I took them to see the movie and it's horrifying, or I've heard it's terrible. How am I supposed to tell my kid I'm not going to take them? And it's I don't know, you're the
maybe
parent.
You should just
maybe just tell them they're not going. Whatever. There's a lot of pushback from McDonald's to the point where Tim Burton refuses to do a third one where they're we're not letting you do whatever you want this time. It has to be toyetic, it has to be family friendly. And that's how you end up. Remember the famous line of Joel Schumacher saying, remember, you're making a cartoon as he's directing the third one, which was very guided by McDonald's and their wants and needs. So anyway, the reason we're watching this now, we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. We've seen the other three of these Batman movies, so we might as well finish and see this fourth one. And this is another one of those movies that's set at Christmas. Is this a Christmas movie, even though it's not a traditional Christmas movie? Of course, the critical interpretations of this are Tim Burton is using this movie as he's not using the fun part of Christmas. He's using the isolation and loneliness many people experience at Christmas to parallel Bruce Wayne. He might also be doing an anti-consumer thing, consumption thing, maybe,
rant.
Which also doesn't kind of square with the McDonald's Happy Meal, which could be interesting. So this is another non-traditional Christmas movie. And as I mentioned earlier, Christopher Walken is kind of the third villain. It seems like that was supposed to be Billy D. Williams back as Harvey Dent, who eventually becomes Two-Face. But for whatever reason, that kind of fell through. So they didn't make him Harvey Dent. They made this new character. We'll see.
What's his name? Stinky Shrek?
Personally, I was very late to this movie myself. I grew up watching Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which makes sense. They're much, much more kid-friendly, even though everyone kind of hates those movies now, and at the time, especially Batman and Robin. I think I only saw this one once I bought the DVDs myself as a teen, and I think I've only seen it once, and remember just being even for me, someone who as a teen wanted to see weird stuff, it's really weird. So, I'm really curious to see what you think.
I'm just picturing you as a DVD teen being this isn't landing for me. This is too weird.
Even for me.
And then feeling shame.
Yeah, right. It's I should like this more. I just want Batman. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what you think. I bet you were going to like it. Let's hope that Tim Burton has used Christmas in an interesting way.
I think either way, you're going to get some good content out of me, but maybe not.
You never know. We might get a comment of why does the female, I think it said presenter. It's a YouTube comment.
Why does the female presenter not like Tim Burton?
Penguin, slippery penguin.
Slippery? Is he going to be wet? Wet Danny DeVito? Is he going to be wet?
Tim Burton's just a strange mob boss, weird little man is not weird enough for me. We got to make him really weird. He's got to be super weird and parallel some biblical stories.
And let's make him wet.
There's a kind of a Moses thing going on. I appreciate that this exists. I'll say that without watching it yet. I'm glad it exists. It's a big world. A lot of Batmans out there.
Odd as it may seem, Max, you and I have something in common. We're both perceived as monsters. But somehow, you're a well-respected monster. And I am, to date, not.
Frankly, I feel that's a bum rap. I'm a businessman. Tough, yes. Shrewd, okay. But that does not make me a monster.
Don't embarrass yourself, Max. I know all about you. What you hide, I discover. What you put in your toilet, I place on my mantle.
I could be wrong, but I feel like this is where superhero movies start this trend of putting like too many villains in a movie. And I get that they're raising the stakes.
Sometimes the stakes need to just be regular.
Right. Oh, yeah. Did you know the Penguin's name is Oswald Cobblepot?
Oh,
That's his name.
startling.
I'm just happy about this cameo.
Who is that? Shia LaBeouf?
Paul Rubens.
Oh,
Tim Burton's giving his old friend Pee-wee some work.
this is probably an interesting time for him to get some work.
1990.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
this is, you're right. This is post movie theater, right?
Mhm.
That was 91.
Already, Tim Burton is telling some kind of horrific story that like an infant has been born in the Cobblepot household with like something's wrong with him. Tell me that Paul Rubens doesn't look like Shia LaBeouf there.
He does a little bit.
Something is wrong with this little infant. Like it's eating a cat.
Yeah, it's being
So-
kept in a cage.
Paul Rubens and Simone
The
are
Cobblepots.
the Cobblepots are clearly going to abandon this child in a park. They're straight up just tossing this kid into a creek.
Yeah, in like Central Park.
Yeah.
Gotham's
Whatever
equivalent.
Gotham Central Park is, it would be called like Darkness Park.
You could write for Batman, I think. You just passed the test.
It's just like take New York City and make it evil.
Here's the thing with Moses, though.
There's
like,
a lot of like asbestos snow falling here on this basket.
At least Moses, they didn't put him in the... Was that in the winter? I feel like it was warm out when they
It's
did...
Egypt, Tyler.
Is it always warm in Egypt?
I would say it's warmer than this.
Okay. So, like, this is extra cruel because
Yes.
it's literally Christmas Day.
Yes.
Kind of Christ-like as well.
Now we got Danny DeVito, Moses baby, floating down a sewer. It's very, very dark.
So all the kids who got the
Here.
McDonald's toys, if they went to see this, within the first minute,
They
they
just
watched a
watched-
deformed baby eat a cat and then get basically murdered by its
And it
parents.
tempted infanticide.
It's like before the opening credits even show up.
Now bats are clustering around the baby. Is this how Tim Burton was born? Tim Burton is like, this is semi-autobiographical.
Well, you know, he is always like, I was too weird to grow up in sunny California. Like maybe this is how he feels,
Tim.
you know, like a mutant. Like his parents wanted to abandon him.
It's Tim, it's okay that you were just like a regular middle-class kid. Just stop trying to make it cooler than it was.
I think Tim Burton has just now become the director we've seen the most films of ever on Not-Stalgia, right?
Tim, just accept your privilege.
This is
Really.
why this is 2 hours long.
I could probably watch this intro on maybe 1.5 speed.
We are seeing the journey of this little bassinet.
Perhaps the Penguin just needed 2 childless podcasters to babysit him for a day. Maybe that would set him straight. Okay, so the Penguin's basket has come ashore and a bunch of penguins found it.
Mhm.
And now it's 33 years later. So we're going to say that Oswald Cobblepot is our age.
Yeah, we're literally both
We are
33.
the same age as Oswald. Let's see how he looks.
And again, they're also going for this Christ thing, right? Like it's Christmas, he's 33.
Yeah.
That can't be a coincidence.
Why is every statue in Gotham always like completely nude and super ripped? I just don't understand.
I love it. It's like this Atlas shrugged thing. Like,
Yeah, right? I guess this would be like what it was like if everyone who loved Ayn Rand was running your government.
yeah.
Wait, So the penguin lives in the sewer.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Does the penguin hate everyone, want acceptance, or both?
I think the penguin contains multitudes.
All right, here's Shrek.
Get out of my sewer.
All right, so Shrek is a competing billionaire,
I think so. Is that
We
his
imagine-
department store?
like an evil toy manufacturer. All right, so I need you to pause it for 1 second because there's a lot of exposition going on here and I'm going to miss it because I'm so distracted by Christopher Walken's look.
Kind of got an Ebenezer Scrooge thing going
He's
on.
kind of got a Scrooge thing.
Like, why make him? They're making him look older than he is.
Yes, which is odd because he's like baby-faced here.
Right.
in 1992, but then he's got this wild hair.
White, like gray, silver hair and eyebrows.
Max Schreck is very focused on this new power plant he's about to build. So that's all.
How about his dowdy assistant here pouring water?
Oh, she's so dowdy and shy, but I imagine when she takes those glasses off, something will happen.
All right. Unlimited growth is one of the problems of this movie.
Yep.
Economic greed.
God, imagine if Elon Musk had hair like this. Imagine if Elon Musk had hair.
That rug's not fooling anyone, Elon.
No,
Those
Elon.
Turkish hair plugs. I say that as a bald man.
I just go bald gracefully. Like I could pull it out, no effort. Could pop it out like a carrot. I just hate that a woman has to become like a supervillain to have any power, you know?
Well, this is her supervillain origin story.
Ugh.
This boardroom of white men won't listen to her idea.
Who is that?
So Max Schreck's son, which I guess this is why they've made him this old, so that this man could conceivably be his son, even though they seem the same age.
Mm-hmm.
The actor playing the son is doing like a bad Christopher Walken impression. It's really weird. Is it an energy company?
I think it's a whole thing, right? Like
It's
it's
like
a
a
department
conglomerate?
store, conglomerate, lifestyle brand. They've got their hands in a lot of pies. There's always like a weird gothic umbrella in something that Tim Burton makes. Name a movie that Tim Burton has done that doesn't have a weird, exaggerated umbrella in it. The amount of eyeliner that Christopher Walken is wearing as Max Schreck is actually less than the amount of eyeliner that J.D. Vance wears on a regular basis. All right, so now, presumably, the Penguin is driving an enormous wrapped present up from the sewer. It's absolutely massive. It's
like a parade float size.
Yeah, 20 feet by 20 feet. And now it's exploding.
It's kind of like a Trojan horse
Like a Trojan
thing.
horse situation, but like domestic terrorists are coming out.
Just living in Gotham is really, it just seems tough.
It's not great, but I understand how you maybe couldn't afford to leave. So now clowns are coming out of the big package.
Yeah.
An evil organ grinder, skeletons. Okay, the organ grinder is just shooting a machine gun.
He's got like a minigun.
Are these the Penguin's goons?
It seems like it because he was watching from the sewer. He had like a stopwatch or a pocket watch. He was like, oh, my plan is going to happen.
Really great that the Penguin has all these networking skills, you know? Does Michael Keaton just wait there?
Bruce Wayne was just brooding in a chair until the bat signal came on.
I guess they aligned it perfectly with his brooding chair. I mean, he broods a lot, I think.
Kate, he's an orphan. Why use clowns, though? Like, wouldn't that make you think it's the Joker?
Is it like creative misdirection? Or does Tim Burton just love clowns the way that you loved clowns in 4th grade?
I did love drawing clowns. They're so easy to draw, you know? When you like to draw, but you're not willing to put in the work to actually get really good at drawing, you draw things like clowns. Speaking from experience as a 4th grader.
Why does he have the umbrella inside?
It's part of his whole
aesthetic choice.
And I can't remember, but like some versions of the Penguin, it's like a gadget, you know? It has like, it can shoot stuff out of it. It's like
all right,
bulletproof.
So the Penguin's goons, they're clowns, they're skeletons, there's a devil.
Yeah.
It's just lots of scary guys,
Yeah.
I guess. They're all juggling. It's really kind of odd.
Thank God the Batmobile has these things that are specifically designed to knock over stilt walkers.
This is a sleek-looking Batmobile, though.
I love the Tim Burton Batmobile. I don't know if it's changed really at all between the first and second movie.
There's a lot of like asbestos snow around still.
So this Batman doesn't seem to care too much whether he kills people or not.
Oh, no. Batman has no moral qualms here.
He lit on fire the devil costume guy who's burning people alive himself. So, like, I don't think that's really a moral dilemma. I think you can burn someone who's burning people. Maybe that's a little too Hammurabi, but...
There's nothing I like better than watching Michelle Pfeiffer tase someone who's unconscious.
and then giggle about it.
I haven't even seen Danny DeVito as the Penguin yet, and I already feel like it could be my Halloween costume. The Gotham Zoo just feels like maybe not a great place to go. It just feels like poorly maintained, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if these penguins are getting treated nicely here by the keepers. Is it even open anymore? Or I can't tell. Like, is it an abandoned zoo? Is it just closed for the winter?
Unclear.
Yeah, Max Schreck literally looks like a high school play actor with the amount of makeup he has on.
Yeah.
It's stage makeup, not movie makeup.
All right, so this lair with the penguin is just literally full of live penguins. Have you ever smelled a penguin exhibit?
I mean, Danny DeVito here, we finally have seen him. He looks like he would smell like the penguin exhibit.
I just can't imagine what this set smelled like. I will say that the penguin makeup is pretty scary. Can you imagine getting a McDonald's toy being like so excited to get your Happy Meal and then you get this? All right, the reason for the umbrella is that it is a weapon. One of them shoots fire. One of them has a concealed knife. Danny DeVito's commentary is like, we're both monsters. You, however, get to live upstairs and just be a capitalist, and I have to live down here in this penguin encrusted lair.
The McDonald's toy of Danny DeVito is extremely inaccurate and not very scary. There it is. He's driving a little yellow car. He looks pretty human. Yeah, so the Penguin so far has talked about environmentalism, anti-capitalism, but I guess he's the villain one of the villains.
Christopher Walken's old business partner is on an extended vacation, but actually dead, and the Penguin has produced his hand. Like, this is pretty ghoulish.
Yeah, the Penguin is literally holding a severed human hand. All right, so Selena Kyle, don't forget, she's single.
We don't need that.
Really seems to be her defining character trait.
We don't need that kind of energy.
I just wish that Selena Kyle had a better work-life balance.
Me too. Selena Kyle, if you think you're the first person that Max Schreck has killed to keep his business secret solvent, Michelle Pfeiffer's been pushed out a window, and now a cat is going to resuscitate her.
This has got some, like, jellicle cats going on here. All these cats live here. There's a lot of alley cats.
Honestly, if Bruce Wayne could just sponsor like a trap, neuter, return program.
Do any of these cats have a clipped ear?
No, surely not. All right, so these cats are really crawling all over Michelle Pfeiffer. You would love this.
This does look fun. I'm not going to lie. I mean, except for the whole being pushed out a window, probably to your death part. So what, did the fall through those awnings slow her down a little bit?
I guess.
The snow maybe helped.
But the cats are really biting her.
Oh, yeah, they are trying to eat her. They're drawing blood on her fingers. Those cats barely even waited till her body would have been cold.
So these kids who have the McDonald's toy are watching Michelle Pfeiffer get like bitten repeatedly by cats.
After being pushed out a window.
Yeah, let's not forget.
So she just suffered like a TBI?
Unclear. I mean...
Seems like it.
Yeah, she's not well. So the cats bit her a lot.
Tim Burton just wanted to put some white powder makeup.
Oh, absolutely.
On a woman.
Tim, just do what you want in your spare time, but...
Don't subject us all to it.
Michelle Pfeiffer's just pouring milk down herself. It's not good.
I do like a good meltdown. She's just trashing her own apartment. She's putting her stuffed animals down the garbage disposal.
Absolutely wild. The cats are all coming in.
Even before this freak out, she did have a cool neon light on her wall in her bedroom. That was kind of cool. It said, what did it say? Hello there?
Yeah.
Just kids watching this. Where's Batman?
I was hoping to see Batman.
We really have not gotten a lot of Batman, huh? There's one scene, which was pretty great.
Michelle Pfeiffer's doing like unwell very well, you know, which is kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Like you don't really get to, I feel like as a woman in the early 90s, play like unhinged like this that often, you know, especially as like a leading lady type, you know, like a thin blonde, like model type, you know.
I can't remember if it's true, but I think there's a story where she wanted this role so bad, she like learned how to do a whip and like showed up at the audition, like whipping.
I saw that. Good for Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, the neon sign, a little on the nose here. The hello there now says hell here.
I'm into it.
Turned her leather jacket into an absolute whack bondage gear Catwoman suit. Now they're doing a press conference in front of a different, extremely muscular sculpture.
So the mayor's baby was kidnapped by like a clown acrobat and they took it down the sewer. Also, Danny DeVito's riding on this large cartoonish duck boat. Okay, so the baby has been kidnapped in this like elaborate show that Danny DeVito will now save.
Yeah, he's staged it so he can act like he saved the baby.
Yeah, so he has saved the baby from kidnapping.
Incredible.
He's rising up out of the sewer. This baby is so scared.
Yeah, wouldn't you be?
Here's Michael Keaton making his second appearance in the movie. How long have we been watching this movie? In 36 minutes. We've only seen him twice.
Yeah. And he has Alfred in the back trimming the Christmas tree. He's not helping at all.
Not at all. Is one of the requirements to be Batman that you have to have super plush lips?
He's pushing his lips out more than
usual. He really is. He's like doing a duck face.
He looks uncomfortable. I think he just did that thing that they used to do where you put him in a cup and inhale.
Michael Keaton looks super bronze tan here. Alfred's been left to trim this enormous 25-foot Christmas tree alone.
It's like climb a ladder to do it.
All right, so we finally accessed the Batcave. Bruce Wayne in a mock turtleneck.
How many steps does Alfred have to climb down to get Bruce this food in the Batcave? It seems
his pureed soup.
It looks like treacherous getting down these wet cave stairs.
Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, is obsessed now with the Penguin. That now that the Penguin has emerged, he's like,
he's getting too much attention.
Little freak. Yeah.
He's jealous.
How many miles per gallon do you think the Batmobile gets?
This is much more engaging than I remember it being as a teen. I was just so not into this.
Is it because you are watching it with your beautiful wife?
Yeah, that might be it. I just like how dramatic the Penguin is.
He really does have a lot of flair, you know?
A penguin is a bird that cannot fly. Did Selena Kyle take self-defense classes since she's died and came back to life? Is she doing a little victim blaming there at the end?
Just a bit. It's not great.
Huh.
It's not ideal.
She saved a woman from a male attacker and then shamed her right after.
Bruce Wayne just swung an enormous packet at what's his name? Max Schreck.
Across this big
across
table.
this huge table.
Frisbeed it at him, 100-page report. Okay, yeah, so they're trying to portray Bruce as this altruistic billionaire.
I just like that Selena Kyle isn't taking anybody's bullshit anymore. She's correcting Bruce Wayne.
She's self-actualized. All it took was one push out the window. Okay, so they're all clowns and acrobats and stuff because it's supposed to be, and I'm sure this isn't the right term anymore, but it's supposed to be circus freaks.
Yeah.
Right? The penguin boy, he's shaped perfectly like an egg
So round.
in his little PJs. Just the disgusting imagery of him eating this raw fish. I just love to picture kids crying at this movie.
Danny DeVito just bit a man in the face and his nose is gone.
An unhinged politician bankrolled by... never mind. It's a lot of gross sexual references by the penguin.
I don't like it.
A sexually inappropriate, abusive to his campaign staff.
Dirty. Don't forget dirty.
Forget it.
Heavily made up. Eats disgusting foods.
Generationally wealthy is saying it's his birthright to have political power. Huh.
This little tiny poodle just blew up an Italian restaurant.
It just carried a grenade in and dropped it.
I guess they're doing a crystal knocked situation.
Yeah,
here.
they need to get... So there's no election this year. So
Yes.
for him to become mayor, they need to get the mayor recalled. So they need to
Yes.
create violence. So there's guys shooting... There's clowns shooting bazookas.
Yeah.
There's clowns doing karate. There's dogs with grenades. Batman is the only man out. The only single-handedly, fist fighting everybody. Is he going to kick that dog? What's he going to do? I just really can't get down with the clowns. I think it's very
know.
lazy to do clowns
It's silly.
with no Joker in this movie.
But Tim Burton likes this clown aesthetic.
Yeah, he did scary clowns in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Beetlejuice is kind of like a melting clown.
This poodle's really stealing the show, which I kind of love.
Batman is weirdly silent though, right? In this
Yeah,
movie?
he doesn't even grunt.
He makes
doesn't
funny
do anything.
He makes reaction faces at people. Yeah, but he's never I am vengeance.
He doesn't even breathe out his mouth.
Right? He just kind of gapes at people. He just stares at people and makes faces.
I love that Selena Kyle just cartwheels everywhere.
Yeah, she's a kid who just started gymnastics and is look at my cartwheel.
All right, finally, we get to see Michelle Pfeiffer do some whip work.
And that's true. They held back until now.
We're going to research this and make sure that it is correct because I do think she's doing her own whip work.
Oh, she is. Yeah, you're right.
And she looks so fucking happy about it. She's not acting here. She looks absolutely thrilled.
She's just so unhinged. It's great.
What is she even doing here?
Yeah, I can't quite figure out her motivation.
I think it's just to up men.
Is that right? Is that it? So she's going around stealing jewels. Is it just to undermine the rich jeweler? Yeah, Batman is blowing people up with dynamite in this one.
He has absolutely no qualms about killing people.
I'm into it. I think it's fine. He's killing murderers who literally will go murder more if he doesn't
Now
stop them.
Catwoman is microwaving metal.
They're spray paint cans.
Just a wild woman.
Yeah, Kate, if we lived in Gotham, I think I would move. Batman would scare me. He'd be like, you're pirating movies. Beat the shit out of me. Here she comes.
Just keeps backflipping.
Okay, it was Shrek's department store specifically where she's not even robbing them. She's just blowing it up and smashing the cases. This is a McDonald's Happy Meal movie. Catwoman's groping Batman.
Okay, here's Batman. He's sad.
He's brooding.
Is he also sore?
He's got shrapnel in him.
He's got a kitty claw in him.
That might make him a little sore. I like that this Batman is requesting antiseptic ointment. He's not using a brand name.
He needs ointment. The amount of eye black that is on Michael Keaton right now just always shocks me. Imagine what he looks like without the
Yeah, he looks like J.D. Vance.
cowl. He does look like J.D. Vance. The penguin grunts a lot. God, Oswald Cobblepot is such a freak. He's licking Michelle Pfeiffer's shoe.
I just like how unhealthy everyone looks in this. Very Tim Burton.
So the penguin's plan is to disassemble the Batmobile and plant a bomb on it and blow it up. The penguin has written down a list of his enemies like a third grade child.
I think it's supposed to be Richard Nixon, but that was a third grade child when he did it too.
Okay, so now Michelle Pfeiffer has just swallowed a small bird whole.
Michelle Pfeiffer licking herself.
There's just a lot going on. Tim, you all right, bud?
Listen, Tim Burton, you can be into whatever you're into, but don't make us all watch it.
Yeah, I'm not here to yuck your yum, but it doesn't need to be part of my day. I just feel like that enormous flat screen TV, like old style, like huge back of a flat screen is really close to an active fire in Bruce Wayne's living room.
Oh, yeah, it's right near the fireplace.
What have they done to Michelle Pfeiffer's eyes in this? Like, they're just so red.
Oh, the Penguin going into the women's changing room before an event? Oh, he's going to win this mayoral election, isn't he? Look how huge this fireplace is, though, for real. Bruce Wayne, I mean, I get it. He's a generationally wealthy multimillionaire. But I mean, this fireplace is as big as the room we're sitting in right now.
Yep.
To be fair, this is not a very large room. If I were Bruce Wayne and I was really trying to protect my secret, I don't think I would often talk about the two sides of me, my duality. I think I would maybe like pick a different topic of conversation.
My shadow self.
Compare myself to Ted Bundy and Norman Bates. Here's some Tim Burton. Normal people are too weird. Normal people are the real weirdos. What a Christmas movie, Kate. Are you going to watch this every year?
No.
Are you going to watch it ever again in your life?
No. Why is Bruce Wayne suck so bad? Why they got so many Batmans in there?
He's got a lot of suits to choose from.
Why?
I think it's iterations, probably.
Okay.
Oh, wow. No, there are many. Look, there's more than you thought. It looked like 3, but now there's like 10. But they're all the same color, so it
We
doesn't...
cannot miss the opportunity to comment upon Michael Keaton's absolutely massive suit that he has on.
His regular suit.
Yes.
Not his bat suit.
Yes.
His like quadruple-breasted,
Yes.
early, like Frasier-style, enormous suit jacket.
You could fit 2 Michael Keatons in that suit jacket.
I don't know if my parents like purposely did not let me watch this as a kid or if I had tried and was just so bored because half this movie is the mayor giving speeches.
It is pretty boring.
Right? Like I don't hate it now.
Yeah.
But as for a kid, I mean, I'd be like, okay, good. More evil clowns to frighten me and do murder, finally. But it's a lot of speeches by the mayor.
A lot of speeches.
And then more speeches by the mayoral candidates.
Michelle Pfeiffer just straight up threw a chair at Batman.
It was kind of awesome.
It was incredible.
Like that fight was just like not very choreographed. Like,
No, it was
it was kind of realistic.
It was a very oddly realistic fight,
Yeah.
right? It was just like there was a lot of like scratching and like slamming, but there wasn't a lot of like fancy choreography that would make someone be like, wow, ooh, this is a great movie fight.
Yeah.
It just looked like a bar fight.
Yeah. It wasn't quite as brutal as like Batman versus Bane and that The Dark Knight Returns, or The Dark Knight Rises, but it was good. Just the quips and one-liners are really bizarre in this movie.
So odd.
The Penguin ran out and goes, lawn dart, through his umbrella. And then like, what, bats flew out of it?
Yeah.
Wow, he really didn't.
He did nothing to save her.
Batman did not lift a finger to help this woman who fell to her death, right? He just like watched. Doesn't he have props?
So the ice princess who was supposed to light the tree has fallen upon the tree lighting apparatus, depressing the button to light the tree.
So she did her job.
And then a bunch of bats shot out of the lit Christmas tree. What the f***?
Why did Batman not use his grappling gun to help her?
You think Michael Keaton's using lip plumpers? Look at him. Michelle Pfeiffer's really licking a lot in this movie. Like she just straight up licked Michael Keaton's whole
chin up to his nose.
area.
And then he licked the lick off of his lips.
Why are we licking so much? Just a lot of licking. I just love how grumpily Batman just flew away, too. He was like, so much grunting. Oswald Cobblepot's really leaning a lot on like the law and order piece, isn't he?
And like many people who do that, is himself a criminal.
Why's he got his hands in the fish tank? Tim, you okay? So in this version, Batman accesses the Batcave through an Iron Maiden that then turns into a slide.
I think he has many entrances. Look, Alfred took the stairs. But yeah, that's one option that you can only open by putting your hand into a fish tank and pushing a button in the water.
I don't think this recording of him saying how stupid his constituents are, even if he wants to like grab them by the pussy, like it's not going to make a difference. I refuse to believe that among these voters it would make a difference.
Did Bruce Wayne just play that CD like he was doing a record scratch?
Yes.
Like he's a DJ? Okay, so your suspension of disbelief fell apart when the politician who riles people up with harsh rhetoric was defeated by them hearing his actual thoughts about them and how negatively he views these followers, these cult-like followers.
Yes.
They've turned on him.
Yes. And now they're throwing a lot of tomatoes and cabbage.
Is this like a farmer's market here?
Oh, there we go. It was very meta. He was like, why do people always bring eggs and tomatoes to a speech? But then he machine gunned them with his umbrella. They had to get a very small stuntman for this, I feel like.
Remember, this was a Happy Meal toy. There are so many on-screen deaths in this movie.
So many, right? Like, And it's not like we watched the machine gun bullets enter this man's body, but like he just straight up shot his hench person in cold blood.
They kicked him into the water and we're just watching his dead body float upside down away.
Ugh, I really have a bone to pick about Michelle Pfeiffer's coral-colored lipstick here. Does her no favors. It's just unfortunate that a beautiful woman has been victimized by the early 90s. They're like, yeah, let's put her in that coral color. No. Bruce Wayne has terrible taste in women.
Why?
Like, I'm not talking about the attractiveness of Michelle Pfeiffer. I am talking about he's always fallen for like Selena Kyle, the villain, right?
Yeah, he's the world's greatest detective, allegedly. He should probably be able to figure this out.
And yet, blinded by lust.
I thought you were going to say he has terrible taste in women because he picked a woman with that coral-colored lipstick.
No. All right, so now Selena Kyle is just straight up packing heat at this gala. And she's like, I'm going to kill Max Schreck.
Yeah. You see Michael Keaton's face when he saw the gun.
And Batman has not raised the alarm at all. Bruce Wayne is just like, all right.
No, he's trying to... He's
not like, all right, guys, this is not good.
No, he's going to use his wiles. Look, he's kissing her. He's going to seduce the gun away from her.
Is that what's going to happen?
That's what he thinks is going to happen.
All right, so the party just absolutely exploded.
Literally. A bomb went off.
A bomb went off in the middle of the floor.
I feel like the phrase, the party absolutely exploded.
Throwing people to the ground, including Max Schreck. Then ascending from the hole, the smoking hole in the floor, is the Penguin riding on his duck.
With a few real penguins that are they strapped up with like bombs or guns or something?
I think so. And then he's wearing his long underwear again that makes his egg-shaped body like really prominent. And now these penguins, they have rockets on them. They wouldn't think to raid Arctic World, you know?
Should be the first place they look for a penguin, right? I don't get the impression that Gotham's police force is the most competent or well-funded. I think they might just be completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of creative criminals. Max Schreck being kidnapped and placed into an enormous bird cage, like a cartoonish bird cage, is interesting. I feel like here they're maybe doing a little more work to reference the 60s TV version.
Yes, this does feel zany in that way sometimes, right?
I didn't feel that way so much about Jack Nicholson's Joker. He never reminded me of the 60s. And this is like, they've gone even more grim than the previous movie, but also are doing some very silly stuff like that. It's an interesting tone. Danny DeVito's mouth in this movie is like a whole character.
It's really doing a lot of mouth acting.
It's always like got like black goo oozing out of it.
So now he's addressing all of his actual penguins that live with him. And he's like, just go out and kill all kids.
Batman's going to have to fight actual penguins. They're so slippery. How's he going to get a grip on them?
The penguins are really cute, though.
They really are.
They're so cute.
These are real penguins. Yeah.
This is one of the silliest things you've ever shown me.
It's just really gotten out of hand in a good way.
I can't tell.
I don't hate it. It's not what I like crave in a Batman film, but I'm not mad. I mean, there's just so many penguins. Batman's got an interesting dilemma here. He's got to save Max Schreck from the penguin, even though Bruce Wayne thinks Max Schreck is like a morally reprehensible businessman, because this movie's trying to perpetuate the myth that there are some good billionaires, and Bruce Wayne is supposedly one of them.
Right, so all the penguins' goons have deserted him.
He went too nuts. Again, your disbelief.
Difficult to believe.
You think that the Penguin's goons, no matter what the Penguin does or says, would ever abandon him?
So now the Batmobile has collided with the cute little duck, and there's sparks shooting everywhere.
I feel like Selena Kyle is totally justified to kill Max Schreck, right?
Yeah,
he pushed her out a window.
Yeah, 100%.
He attempted her murder.
And he would have gotten away with it, too, if all those little kitty cats hadn't licked her.
I'm still confused about
how
that brought her back to life. I know the healing touch of a pet is sometimes wonderful when you're sick, but
Michelle Pfeiffer's like not that wrong, right?
Yeah,
she's like, because Batman's like, oh, we're gonna take Max Schreck to jail, and she's like, you little naive bitch.
You're rich, you know.
Yeah, like the law doesn't apply to people like him.
Two-tier justice system.
His dad probably invented the two-tier justice system. Don't do it, Selena. Don't do it. Respect yourself. With that man. Bruce Wayne just ripped his Batman cowl off, but it was kind of difficult and like got stuck on his face a little bit.
And he literally tore it, like he destroyed it.
This movie is like hideously violent. Max Schreck is just point blank shooting Selena Kyle over and over again, and she is just limping towards him.
Yeah, she's full of bleeding bullet holes. Catwoman is so metal.
Catwoman is scary as dude. She took her taser, grounded herself or ungrounded herself. I don't know how.
She grabbed like a live electric wire.
Yep, and just lit Max Schreck the up.
She kissed him. She made out with him through the taser while holding an electric wire. So they both exploded. But
Wow.
as she said, she has one life left. Meanwhile, here's the penguin with black goop oozing out of his nose.
His
It's
mouth.
pouring out of him. What is wrong with Tim Burton?
Honestly, I don't know what's going on with that little freak. He had a nice middle class upbringing and he made this.
He's like, oh, the horrors of a middle class upbringing when you just want to be a weird little guy.
Max Shrek is absolutely cooked.
They're showing us his charred corpse, which, to be fair, the first Batman movie had a scene where he used a joy buzzer on their hand, the Joker, and lit him up. So it's not that different, but there's just a lot of scary imagery here. Just these gruesome deaths.
All right, so the penguin has died.
Very gruesomely on screen.
Yep.
We watched him die.
Yeah,
Ooze
he
just
threw up
pouring
black
out of
blood
him.
throw up.
Uh-huh.
And now his little penguin pallbearers are escorting his broken egg-shaped body into the ooze.
It's kind of beautiful, this moment.
Is it?
Yeah. Look at these little penguins. They just all pushed him into the water gently. They're cooing or whatever penguins do. If I were Bruce Wayne, I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to be Batman anymore.
I probably should give this a rest.
This is way too weird.
Like, I don't know, maybe start early childhood education, eliminate childhood poverty,
Sell the
take a pottery
Batmobile and
class.
fix all the poverty in Gotham.
Do not take that cat home, Bruce Wayne. That's a cat that ate Michelle Pfeiffer's corpse. It snacked on her.
She wasn't dead yet.
Yeah, but she was very close
The
to death.
cat thought she was dead.
Yeah. He was
That's
like,
what matters.
And they're doing that little cat bite thing where they like, you've seen it.
Alfred, you're going to be taking care of this cat.
You know how to like scoop.
Like, I wanted to pick it up because it reminds me of that crazy girl I was kind of into. But you, like all things in our household, will be responsible for it.
You're catnip to a girl like me. Handsome, dazed, and to die for.
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
All right. Is that a Christmas movie?
No, it's not.
The last words were Merry Christmas, goodwill towards men, ... and women.
Just, I don't even know what this movie was. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of women in stitched together clothing. That
Tim
little
Burton
freak Tim Burton's
loves
at
a
it
woman
again.
with weird stitches on her.
Like, you all right, bud? There's a lot of ideas here. It felt simultaneously like gratuitously violent and cartoonish. So I just feel like there's this weird like push and pull between those two things that are happening.
I think that's what he was going for.
Is it? Tim,
I do.
If you're listening, write in.
I think that the studio tempered his weirdness. Like, I think this is what he likes. He wants it to be at once referencing the comics from the 40s, the TV show from the 60s, but also kind of violent. And like, if this guy existed, it would be violent and weird. And I think that they didn't let him do this to this extent in the first one. And here he is, unchained.
Unchained, indeed.
You don't like it, huh?
It was fine. What did you think? It was also odd because there was so much time that was so boring. I think it's easy to forget with the amount of action that we saw at the end, just how boring the middle was.
Yeah. Yeah, they really withheld Batman from us. Yeah, and Bruce
like a
Wayne.
lot.
This movie is
Yeah.
known for like really having a little too much time spent on everyone but Bruce Wayne. Seeing Batman in action is quite limited. And the middle, what you're saying, the boring parts, is just like, I think there were at least 4 times where it was like the mayor giving a speech in this town square, Gotham Commons or whatever. And yeah, they weren't always particularly exciting. I'm just going to run down these Batman movies with you real quick.
Okay.
You got Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yep.
You got this one.
Yep.
The next one is Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face in that bizarre. And you got Robin showing up.
Robin.
And then finally, you got Batman, Robin, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and Bane all in one big movie. What was your favorite of those 4?
Honestly, I'm purely for Uma Thurman. I'm going to pick Uma Thurman.
I will also pick Uma Thurman.
For reasons that you want to disclose on the podcast or not.
So you're saying that your favorite of these 4 is the most universally panned. I like it. I joke that you're taking a brave stance. That really is a brave stance.
Well, what's the one that people say is the best?
The first one,
Which one is that?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, that one's okay.
They're all just so different. Can you see why Warner Brothers took the reins away from Tim Burton and gave them
Yes.
to a different director?
Yes, I do.
It's a strange movie. It's a unique movie. I'm glad I finally sat down and watched it. I can't believe partway through I realized I definitely never finished it when I was trying to watch this as a teen and got the DVDs. And I've seen all the other ones like over and over and over again. So just interesting. It was like a whole new experience for me, which was fun. So yeah, if you somehow are like me and you like Batman well enough, but you're not like a super fan and you've never seen this movie, you need to watch it at least once. Is it something I want to watch at Christmas time ever again? Probably not.
No, there's other things you can watch at Christmas.
Would you rather watch Die Hard again than
Yes,
this again?
absolutely.
Yeah, understood.
Because of reasons.
A lot of hunky men in that movie to watch.
Listen, it's just a buffet of masculinity.
All right. Go
There's
back and
just
listen
so
to our
much
Die Hard
going on
episode.
in there. You got your Hans Gruber, you got your Bruce Willis if you like little weasels. You got that like Dolph Lundgren looking guy. Is that actually Dolph Lundgren?
No,
I don't know.
It wasn't him. We looked it up.
There's a lot going on for masculinity in that movie.
I'll be
if
like-
you're into men, that's a movie for you.
I'll be like, I'll rewatch Batman and Robin to see Uma Thurman. And you'll be like, you're disgusting. Go watch it by yourself. I hate you. And then meanwhile, you're like, oh, I'm going to watch Die Hard and just salivate over 50 hot men.
Oh, go ahead and tell me that when Hans Gruber speaks perfect French, doesn't do things to you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Next week, we're going to stop this nonsense of watching movies that take place at Christmas and are not, really Christmas specials. And we're going to watch an honest to goodness Christmas special. Not-Stalgia.com, WillowScrooges.com.
Tyler, it's Not-Stalgia.org.
Everyone's flocking to McDonald's to get their flippers on Batman. Now, Batman Returns is on a dramatic series of collector cups with flying frisbee bat displays straight from the movie. Good. You can get your flippers on a large drink in one of 6 32-ounce collector cups at a special price when you buy any extra value meal, because what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Gotta fly!